Good afternoon, I'm Karen Holmes Ward. A celebration inside the State House as Black leaders and representatives recognize the work of the UNCF and its efforts to bring educational opportunities to underserved communities.
We know that we stand on the shoulders of the great men and women who came before us. We must also acknowledge that Black history is written here in the Commonwealth every single day.
Much of that history being written by alumni of HBCUs, historically Black colleges and universities. They too gathered on the grand staircase in February, celebrating Black History Month and the role they play in Boston and beyond. The governor getting emotional as she discussed the role diversity and representation has in her administration.
I am filled with optimism and joy and love, and also with the recognition that we've got work to do here and across this country to make sure that every child, regardless of race, has the opportunity to be their best selves.
More than 1,600 New England college students are supported through UNCF scholarship programs, and the need could not be greater. The divide between the cost of higher education and household income is growing. According to a recent report by the Hildreth Institute, the cost of public and private colleges and universities in Massachusetts has skyrocketed by 59% since the year 2000, while the average household income has only increased by 13%. Well, now Fidelity Investments is filling in some of that gap. It's committing $250 million to education and support for up to 50,000 Black, Latinx, and historically underserved students across the country. And joining us now is Pamela Everhart. She's the Senior Vice President, Head of Regional Public Affairs and Community Relations at Fidelity Investments, and Dr. Michael Lomax, President and CEO of UNCF, the nation's largest private provider of scholarships and other educational support to African American students. Welcome to you both.
Thank you, Karen.
So glad to have you here.
You.
So Black and Latino students are $25,000 deeper in student debt than their white counterparts. Ms. Everhart, tell us about Fidelity's new program. It's called Invest in My Education. What is the impact of helping students graduate debt-free?
Thank you, Karen. I really appreciate the opportunity to join you and Dr. Lomax, Michael, who's now my close friend, to discuss Fidelity's $250 million community investment initiative, Invest in My Education. I just want to point out that this is more than a one-time contribution for us or standalone financial support. It is an opportunity to have a really close relationship with the community, joined with a partner like UNCF. And what we hope to do is combine scholarships and one-on-one mentoring targeted with what we call retention and completion grants to assist students who are in danger of dropping out of college. And then most importantly, ecosystem building grants to support nonprofit organizations to provide holistic support to individual students. Money is important to succeed, but it's not the only thing. I think we have to provide, like I said, wraparound services, mentoring, college counseling, success coaches, mental health support to help students be successful and to complete their education. This is not just for college students. We are focusing on 4-year and 2-year, but most importantly, vocational educational training programs and certification or certificates.
Thank you, Pam. Dr. Lomax, for our viewers, explain more about the mission of UNCF, how it's evolved over the years, and what this historic gift means for the organization.
Well, first of all, I'm delighted to be here. It's great to be on this program. I have watched it when I've been in Boston.
Thank you so much.
I will be in Boston next week, and of course, it's always great to be with my now new partner, Pam Everhart, and Fidelity Investments. This is a sort of a moment for UNCF. It's our 79th anniversary. We're founded in 1944 to support historically Black colleges and to help men and women returning from World War II to get the educations they need to compete in the post-war economy. And over that 79 years, we've raised over $5 billion and helped over 500,000 students earn college degrees. And I have to tell you that college degree is more important today that post-secondary education is more important today, whether it's a certification, a credential, a vocational training program, a 2 or 4 year degree, more important than it was after World War II, because the jobs of the 21st century, which will ensure that people move from poverty into the middle class and can begin to build intergenerational wealth, those kinds of jobs, those kinds of careers really do require very focused 21st century education. And Fidelity is helping the United Negro College Fund help students in the communities where they are rooted get a chance to go from poverty into building wealth and having sustainable economic lives.
Dr. Lomax, you've given us a wonderful snapshot of the work of UNCF. As you said, HBCUs generate $14.8 billion in total economic impact for local and regional communities. Just some data here: 19% STEM degrees, 15% Black doctors attended an HBCU, 50% Black lawyers, 80% Black judges. That's a great track record.
Yeah, it really is. And I want to underscore something. This program
is not just for
Black students. It is for Latino students. It is for Native American students, and it is for Asian Pacific Islanders. And it's consistent with the work that UNCF does, and that is that we really work to help other minority students, not just Black students, not just students attending historically Black colleges and universities, get a leg up with a great education and move into the middle class. And so in the 11 states where this is going to be happening, there aren't always HBCUs in those communities, but I'm going to tell you, there's the work that UNCF does works in those communities. And in fact, a lot of those are communities where with some of our other large programs, we've done this work. But I want to just make one other point. This is a really extraordinary commitment on the part of Fidelity. In our 79 years of existence, raising over $5 billion, largely out of the corporate and the foundation community, this is the largest single corporate gift in our 79-year history. And we set a very high standard, and they have met it and they have exceeded it. And what they're also doing, which I think is really important, love Fidelity, because they're really setting a standard for other corporations to do this same thing in the communities where they exist. So for all of those reasons, we're really excited to partner with this very extraordinary, innovative company.
Pam, let me ask you, why is Fidelity making an historic gift of this side and an investment in UNCF? What makes it the best partner? What makes it the best partner for what you're trying to do?
Well, I just say this: education is really a part of Fidelity and our culture. It's a part of our fabric and who we are. And when we were seeking a partner to help us, we wanted to go to an organization that had expertise and who was known for leading in this area. So because UNCF has a long-standing commitment and a record of successfully administering over 400 scholarship programs, including some of the nation's most notable scholarship programs for students of color, we wanted to go with them as a partner. And another thing I think that's interesting, I don't know if people know this, but UNCF has distributed more funds than any other entity except the federal government to help students of color attend post-secondary institutions of all types to complete their education. So that's why we felt it was important to partner with them, because we knew that they could execute.
Pam, how are you going to measure success? What will success look like for Fidelity?
Yeah, so the ultimate success of this program will be measured through students' college completion rates, their ability to graduate without student debt, and their ability to secure upwardly mobile, well-paying jobs so that they can begin on a pathway to generational wealth.
Yeah. Excellent, excellent.
Can I make a point about those students?
Yes, very quickly, Dr. Lomax, the last word.
Well, I just want to say that these students are the mighty middle. These are students with a 2.5 grade point average. And what we're really going to be testing is whether, if we make the same kind of investments in good students that we often make in great minority students, the students with a 4.0 average and going to elite institutions. If we produce the same outcomes here with the mighty middle, we're demonstrating that investing in all students really can make a difference and launch them into future roles of leadership and solvency.
Dr. Lomax from UNCF and Pam Everhart from Fidelity, thank you very much. And we're going to share links on our website for viewers to learn more and to encourage young people to take advantage of this program and to apply. And we want to remind you, UNCF's the 2023 A Mind Is New England Gala will be held on March 9th at the Seaport Hotel and will be hosted by Chronicle's Shayna Seymour, a graduate of Spelman College. More information, of course, can be found on our website for that as well.